it's Dustin with TechMD. Today we're going to be fixing a OnePlus 7T Pro, but it's also the Mclaren edition, so it's a little extra. If you have the 7, it's not Plus, I'm sorry, it's the OnePlus 7T Pro. If you have that phone, or if you have the Mclaren edition, this repair will be good for you. We're going to be doing front and back on this phone, and right now we got it warming up on the heater at 120 degrees Celsius. You can't put it for 100, it'll take a little longer to remove the back, but there are ways to remove the back without breaking it as well, with plenty of heat. So once we leave that on there for 5 minutes, then we'll be good to go to start separating. You're going to need a few tools. I like to use iPlastix to help not cut cables. Iseasmo tool is also a great tool, and an iFlex tool. Highly recommend watching this video all the way through before doing it. It is not easy. You're going to need a tube of T7000, maybe a plastic pry tool, that would also be helpful. Magnetizer, and I'm pretty sure it's 00 screwdriver in these devices. All the links in the description for the tools are going to be, or all the parts and tools will be in the link in the description. If you purchase from us, it will actually help support this channel and support the whole reason why I'm doing this. So please purchase from below if you can. Okay, so after we wait for it to be warm and nice and hot to the touch, the best thing I like to do is use the iFlex tool just to initially get in there. Just a little bit, and then come right behind it with the iPlastix tool. And set that iFlex tool aside. And if you just cut nice and smooth with this, you won't break any of the glass. Unless it's already broken, then who cares? Normally it just cuts right through pretty easily without the back being broken. Okay, so answered a phone call, so I just put back on the warmer. But this glass is definitely breaking apart, so it is making it harder to cut. The goal with the iPlastix tool is not to cut any cables on the inside. That's the main goal. And then also help prevent you from breaking the back glass. Should just fold open, no problem. Okay, so to make a quicker repair, I recommend just grabbing your hot plate and working on the phone while it is going, but at this point I really can't do that. You also want to disconnect the battery, so you'd want to remove all these top screws here. So just a heads up, you're going to do all that. So we're just going to fast forward through all these screws. We got some tweezers here and see what's underneath here. I think this little bracket, as I remember. Gotta disconnect that. You know your phone's fully dead, you technically don't need to take off your battery, but I'd still recommend doing that. Just for safety, to disconnect it. Feels like there's something still fighting me here. Is there a screw under here? Yep, there is. I just loosen them enough to lift this up. Sometimes the screws go flying a little bit. Just make sure you cover them. Alright, all those screws removed. Let's go ahead and disconnect the battery, which is right here. Let's go ahead and pop this loose since we've already loosened up all the screws. This looks like our cable, but let's see what our screen looks like. Possibly our cable right here. Try not to touch your fingerprint reader there yet. It's actually sees through the screen. So if your phone's still warm, then you should wait for it to cool off if you are separating it, but it's always best to, what did I say? They said something along the lines of the battery's too low, but I seen the display pop up, so it looks like it's working. Just recommend you fully testing it as much as you can before installing. It looks like I don't really have to separate anything more. I'm just going to go ahead and put it on the heater and let that warm up, and then we're going to separate that broken glass and remove every piece of glass off of there. Go ahead and get our screen ready. Remember, don't touch that whatsoever. Seeing if it came with a sticker of some sort. Looks like one, but I'm not sure. So on this OLED, I don't see any sticker whatsoever, so we're just going to use T7000 glue. So once it's warmed up to hot to the touch, we're going to take our iFlex tool or iseasmo tool, and we're going to go ahead and remove it off. Okay, now that we separated that, just by cutting around there, now we just need to get rid of all the broken glass. How nice. So, since we do have so much broken glass, you don't want to accidentally scratch the back of this. So let's put it on this, because we don't want to do that. Quite the thin edge there. God, there's so much glass everywhere. If you put a thin piece of OLED screen on broken glass, well, you're not going to have a good time. Life is going to be miserable. Definitely break stuff. We got to remove all this really thick glue because it can have shards in it, unfortunately. This is going to take extra time. This is actually somebody from our YouTube channel. He sent in his phone because he seen me do the Mclaren teardown, but I just didn't do a screen repair because didn't have screens and didn't want to break my new phone. So here we are, making this video finally. Wow. You don't want to cut this off, just leave that there. It's so thick. I'm going to see if I can use the X-Acto knife to pull it off. Especially around this spot. What a weird phone design, huh? What is this? Speakers? Through the screen? Trying out flat tweezers. Be able to give me a little bit more precision and still be able to cut this old adhesive off. Jeez. If you can leave it on and reuse it, I would. It's kind of a pain. Lots of it. Okay, 15 minutes later, I finally get all that glue off. Now, gotta put some new fresh glue on. Once again, T7000 is your best friend. So once you get that out, you have to do is take some wires here and carefully remove that out. Don't lose it. If you want to use your T7000 again, that is. And then just do a nice small spread. It'll spread out automatically once you put the screen down. Little smoosh. Put your cap back on. And just clean it off. And put your lid back on, and you still got a great tube of T7000 wherever my lid is. There it is. Okay, next is the screen. I want to make sure your alignment is absolutely perfect when placing this down, because you want to get glue in there. Make sure that plastic is removed that I did earlier. I like to push up and towards the body of the phone first, and then just guide my fingers down slowly, checking for alignment. And it looks pretty aligned. Not a problem. Okay, and then we put the screws back in and turn it on. And then you can put the back on. Also, this back has a bunch of broken glass all over it, so we're going to have to clean that up too. And since the unit was dead, I'm going to go ahead and throw it on the charger as well. Yeah, it says charge for a while before powering on. Okay. piece of glass. Sometimes these clips don't get underneath right, and this is unfortunately one of them. That's annoying. Gotta slide this clip underneath. I totally missed that. Causing me to remove all the screws again, so hopefully you guys don't have the same issue. I doubt we have anything. Yep, it's still dead. So we're gonna go ahead and now scrub the back clean. If you don't have a broken screen, then I would just recommend back screen, I should say, back glass. If it's not broken, then you technically could just warm it up on the heater and stick it on, or peel off all the old glue and put new glue on. Whatever sounds easier to you. Personally, peeling off old glue sounds like a pain, but sometimes you gotta do it, especially if you have broken glass everywhere, such as this one here. Make sure you're careful not to puncture that battery. It will blow up if you do. My camera's about to die. Trying to hurry. I want to make sure all those clips are clipped in. All your screws are screwed in too. Oops. One was a little loose. Or in the wrong hole. this bracket back in, warm up your brand new back glass, and stick it on, and then put it under some pressure for 30 minutes. That'll make you have a nice, good seal. Well, this is pretty easy here. If you're just doing back glass repair, you just need to skip to the end. Pretty straightforward. These kind of parts will be linked in the description below. Remove all the blue stickers, very important. And then you'll carefully line it up. Careful, it's really sticky. Remember, every piece of glass, you're going to crack this. Nice and smooth, guys. And then the last thing is to test it. And I'll show you guys later when it's charged. But as of right now, I am going to chat. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thanks for watching, and please like and subscribe. And you guys have a good one. See ya.